we're just looking at some of these pictures. This one, let's start here.
That's me on New Faces in 1975, January. As a 16-year-old kid, you've got such nerve.
Yeah.
You know, when I watch the kids on The Voice and X Factor now, I just think, wow, you have no idea what this is, do you?
Well, when you look at Greta Thunberg...
Yeah.
I mean, she's literally talking to the world at that age.
And this was seen by 16 million people back in the day.
Incredible.
And I had no idea. I didn't bottle. I just went through right to the end. I'd practiced it. I knew it. And I got to the end and I finished. And it's almost like a fugue state. I had no idea what I was doing.
Are you more nervous now than you were back then, do you think?
Yeah, of course.
Because you understand the consequences.
As a grown-up, you know what's at stake, don't you? This is your career. This is your life. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
But when I was 16, I didn't know. And I just loved it.
I bet it was just like a moment.
I got to hang out at the Crossroads Motel. I had the subsidised food at ATV Studios. It was like a shilling for sausage, egg and chips. It was brilliant. And I got to meet Norman Beaton and Rudolph Walker.
You're doing a programme, aren't you, on Gold, Lenny Henry's race through comedy.
Yeah, it starts next Tuesday, I think. And that's a trip down memory lane, but it's also charting people of colour in comedy. Stan Hay and Andrew Nichols wrote the TV series, but Kim Fuller used to write the bits that we did. And Kim was really angry because I got paid more for the suit that I was wearing than Kim got for the entire series.
Ouch.
And but it was really great. And Delbert was what's interesting about the book, not what's good about it, is that it charts different jump-off points in my career. And New Faces were the first one, The Minstrels was the second one, and a weird kind of Narnia-type experience. And then Tiswas was the one that jumped me into the 80s and the 90s. So it's been an extraordinary thing, and I try to write about it as carefully and as sensitively as I can in the book, because my family had to read the manuscript. Oh, Len, I see here on page 45 you say we lived in Clarendon near the clock tower. Well, actually, we lived near the 2 old men playing dominoes by the 4 goats. You need to correct that. So I had a lot of
edits.
Scrutiny from my family. And then we went ahead, and I had a great editor at Faber, Walter, who's older than Methuselah, but somehow had my back. And he said it was like vomiting up bits of your past and carving it into chapters. And try not to think about being jazz hands, comedy guy. Just write as honestly as you can.
It's very exposing, though, isn't it?
It can be. But I was writing about things that I knew about. You know, my mum came to this country in the 50s and found it very difficult. She was here on her own for 2 years. And the migrant experience, the diaspora experience, is of separation and of forming new family wherever you go. And she had a relationship when she got here, and I was the result of that. And so I write about that. And it's the immigrant experience, so I have to own that.
And you're kind of taking the book on tour, aren't you? You're sort of doing a tour where you're going to talk about it, read bits of it, and then have a Q&A with the
Going
audience.
on stage, I'm going to Hackney, I'm going to Blackpool, I'm going all over the country, Ben. And I'm not going to be playing no games or nothing with coins.
You say that now.
But I am going to be telling people a story in part 1 and having a kind of a Q&A with a friend of mine. So it's going to be a bit like this, with me exploding out and talking about present-day situations, being funny and telling stories and all that. So I reckon it's going to be good, you know.
And tickets are on sale now.
On sale now. Come now. Laura, have you eaten all them cakes? Oh, my days. Look at that.
She's having a good mouth for Chris Tarrant. That's what she's doing.
Happy birthday to my twin.
Oh, fantastic stuff. So, Lenny Henry, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
Thank you very much.
See the show.
Who am I again?
Who am I again? I had to sign a lot of them in a bookshop. Every bookshop I go in now, I just sign surreptitiously and hope they notice.
It's a fantastic... It's very moving, the stories that you tell about your family.
Thank you. Look at that kid on the front.
And lots
so
of
cute.
great
Trying to get
advice
out of
as well. Dudley?
Dudley.
that bow tie as well, that's about the size
You
of your
could
head.
land Concorde on that. Look at the size of that bow
That is
tie.
absolutely awesome.